Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Katelyn from Florals.com and welcome to the Save the Crafty YouTuber hop. Whether you're starting at this video or continuing on through the hop, make sure you check out the next link down below and continue all the way through because we have several great projects in this hop and several great giveaways. If you'd like information on how to enter the giveaways, please read the description box down below. Make sure that you're subscribed and comment containing whether you're USA or international to be eligible for different prizes for each hop. For mine, I am giving a gift pack and I can't wait to send it to one lucky viewer. But let's move on to today's project. I am working on a traveler's notebook spread. This is a project that I have loved working on over the past month, and I'm proud to say that is now complete. This is a set of pages towards the end of my traveler's notebook, and I'm glad I got to share it with so many of you, and hopefully new people as well. If you are a card maker visiting, hello, I also make card making videos, but I am mainly a scrapbooker who does a variety of paper crafting. Today again is a traveler's notebook where I'm documenting some Disney vacation memories. Here I'm going to take my photo and mat it on some different cardstocks, first white and then that lime green, which I find a very difficult color to use. So when I ended up finding a way to use it, I knew I had to jump on the occasion. This photo was taken of me and my father on Cali River Rapids in Animal Kingdom in Walt Disney World. Super fun ride, but you will get wet. So here I'm just going to mat that photo on both of them. And if you guys are paper crafters who are new, I would love it if you subscribed and make sure you comment down below to be able to enter the giveaway. Let me know if you guys do any scrapbooking or if you're primarily a card maker. I'm also using a brand new DCWV paper pad for me. It is absolutely gorgeous, so much foil and so many pretty things. And it is the Sun Chaser paper pad, which can be found at many retailers. So here I start pulling in things from the kit I made for this specific project. I have some LE Studio products, some Studio Calico products, and again revisiting this DCWV paper pad to try to figure out which of these cards I'd like to use as my title. I will say these cut-aparts do make great card bases as well, so if you're looking for some quick and easy cards, some 12x12 paper pads might not be a bad idea for a place to look for some inspiration. So the one I ended up picking was this one that says Walkin' on the Wild Side because it pulls in that additional orange color from the photo on the right hand side. And you can also tell that the foil on the back of background paper on the right hand side actually brings in a lot more green than I originally intended, but it matches the foliage in the back of the photo as well. And I think there's a lot of parallels with card making and scrapbooking, but I know oftentimes the lines don't mix or they don't mix too often. I would love to be more into card making and post more card making videos, so if you would like to see that, please let me know in the comments down below. Here I picked out the next sheet of paper for the other side of this spread. This spread is 4 1/4 by 8 1/4 on each side, which means it makes a square technically, so sometimes that's an easier way to think about it if you're new to the traveler's notebook size, or maybe if you're doing even a card that has a split opening, gatefold, or one of the other fancy fold types you can do. I did pull out a journaling spot over there, which is from Chamel's collection. I think it was Little by Little, one of her older ones. And I'm also pulling some random bits and pieces from my stash. While this is a new paper pad for me, I am pulling in old cardstocks and old embellishments to make sure that I am trying to use new and old together on a majority of my projects. I pulled in a Jen Hadfield puffy sticker just to have a little bit of dimension without too much in this traveler's notebook because it is a size that can get plump rather quickly. And while I go through the rest of my kit to find pieces to make this work, I decide I can finally commit to gluing down the right hand side. So first I'm going to trim this doily. These doilies are from Hobby Lobby and they are beautiful craft color. I do use these ones quite often because I'm a huge fan of craft. Most of my cards actually do require craft cardstock because it's one of my favorite neutrals to use on cards. And here I'm just going to glue that down with both liquid adhesive and tape adhesive. My favorite liquid adhesive at the moment is Scotch Quick Dry in my fine line bottle, but I also have my art glitter glue that I occasionally use. And while I glue this down with my ATG gun, which is also my favorite tape adhesive, I realized that I am running low and I was very nervous I would end with no adhesive during the middle of this video. Luckily I managed to spare it enough that it works out well. So here, as I glue everything down, I eventually come to these vellum flags, which are from Studio Calico, and realize I'm not sure how I want to glue these down. I remember I do have my Xyron sticker maker, which will work perfectly because it applies a full coat of adhesive on the back side. Since there's no blips or misses on it, you won't be able to tell there is adhesive on it when you stick the vellum down. So I use this to put all three in there, make sure the rub is good so the adhesive comes off perfectly, and then place those on top of the photo. Don't forget, you can always layer on top. I think sometimes we forget about the photo being the most important or the sentiment being the most important, but sometimes layering might give it just a little bit more emphasis or a little bit more of a highlight to stand out. So I lay those on there. If anything, I think it really adds to, the direction of keeping your eye on the page by pointing inward to the seam of the page rather than to the outside. Here I decide I'm going to pull in a little bit more of that lime green. Again, this is a color I don't use very often, and as a wannabe card maker, I have a ton of cardstock colors I don't end up using, this being one of them. So another mat of this will help me use some of it, as well as incorporate that cohesiveness across the two pages. So as I trim that down, you'll see it's a very thin border because we don't have too much room to work with when it comes to a traveler's notebook spread. So I'm going to lay that down here and make sure it's in place and try to see what else I want to put on here. So right now the only title that I have for this spread is the 3x4 card, but I know I could work in something else if I really wanted to. So I start looking through some of my options for stickers and elements that are in my kit that I could pull out some pieces from. First off, I see this lime green sticker and think that's one I have to use because it'll coordinate well with a color I don't normally use. So that star goes up in the top right and a miniature star goes on the left hand side of the page. I also pull out an arrow, a thumbs up, and I believe some phrase stickers, which you'll see at the end here. I decide to create a cluster, an embellishment cluster in the top left, and I end up using some of these Simple Stories washi tape strips. They're some cut into strips and some cut into circles, which I thought was interesting at first because I didn't realize that when I bought them, but I do end up making them work. I use a strip down here, and then I end up grabbing a circle to create the cluster in the top left with this banner, which is also from Simple Stories, but the Boys Rule collection. So as I continue to build, I keep looking at things that might fit my theme, which is Animal Kingdom, so anything tropical or animal themed fits really well. And I think this is nice when you're trying to build cards as well, when you try to find a theme that fits your stamps or your sentiment, especially if you're doing a punny card like I often do. It's nice to find things that coordinate like that. So here I start gluing everything down, seeing if I want to use more washi tape or other stickers. So I'm going to trim off the one that hangs off here just to make sure I keep that continuity of having a clean edge on the top. Here I pull in some of the phrase stickers again from that Simple Story set just to make sure that this has enough interest on it. There's not too much text but also not too little, and I pull out a couple of those to use. So you can tell there's a lot of words on my pages, and that's just my particular scrapbooking style. And I really love layering, which also comes in handy for card making. So here I think I'm almost done. Then decide I do want a subtitle. So I look at some of my alphabet options and end up pulling out these Kaisercraft block alphas, which are perfect size for subtitles. They're very tiny, and I end up going with Kali River Rapids as my subtitle. Once that was in place, I do want a few more embellishments only because I wanted to have a little bit more of a Disney touch. I go into my Disney kit for a different album to pull out some themed stickers, which are from Simple Stories Say Cheese collection, one of my favorites, so very cute, and I pull out these white clear stickers. I use some of the stars to continue that star motif I started with the lime green ones. And then I pull out this sticker that says Thrills and Chills because if you guys know, this is a water ride and the water is usually pretty cold. But that is it for this page. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for visiting me on the Save the Crafty YouTuber hop. Don't forget to check out everyone in the hop because there are great giveaways you do not want to miss. And I'll have the blog post linked down below where you can find the winners later on and all the details you need to know. But here are the close-ups. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more crafty videos from me. I upload at least 3 times a week, so you don't want to miss out. But be sure to check out the next link down below and check out our sponsors for more great products. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.